evening, everyone, and welcome to Soul Work. I'm your host, Jeni Cousins. Thanks for tuning in to Shaw TV. We're live here tonight, and we will be taking calls, as you know, who follow the show. So make sure you give us a call, myself and my guest. That number is 403-539-6710. And on tonight's show, in this kind of snowy weather again, I'd like to invite Dawne Warner. Thank you for coming on the show, Dawne.
Thank you for having me, Jeni. I am excited, and the snow wasn't so bad, so all good.
Yeah, I didn't slide in this time.
No, and the traffic was wonderful,
Yeah.
so all good.
It was all good. It all just kind of flowed, and as we're supposed to flow.
Absolutely.
Even more
No
so
bumps.
now. God be with me. We won't even talk about that, but
Another episode.
yeah, that'll be interesting. So, to let our viewers know, Dawne,
Yes.
why did you choose your career, your particular career?
It kind of chose me, as we know how things go, but I've shifted from human resources to doing transformational coaching. And the reason for it is so I can be more in alignment and supporting people, because that's what I love to do. Being service, my greatest gift, and the best moment I have is when somebody has that aha, they shift, open up, and that's what makes my heart sing. So I've been blessed with being able to shift into that, and now I'm able to teach it, coach, and do healing energy work along with it.
So what got you involved with it? Like, what was there something that said, this is now what I have to do? And
yeah, my last job, I started doing layoffs, I started doing corporate reorgs and unionization stuff, so it got really heavy and really took me away from helping people and actually in some ways causing harm.
yeah.
And so then it caused harm to me, and then the universe blessed me, and I ended up, my employer at the time put me through a coaching program, an intense one for 2 years at the UFC.
Oh, wow.
Which took me in deep to clear out all my stuff, and then helped me learn how to help other people. And so that really was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, because it just kind of all fell into place for you then.
Totally. And I resisted it, unfortunately, for years, as we do, right? And then when you get into flow, it's amazing how it goes smooth. So now I love, like, one of my passions is teaching people how to transition in time, because right now Calgary's full of all this uncertainty and doubts and worries, and there's a lot of sadness. So now I get to help people find that inner spark and really why they're here, that the universe isn't upset with them, right, in terms of them losing their job, that they just need to get on to their right path.
Exactly. So what one tool would you use or suggest, let's say, to somebody who you know, is going through stuff or needs to shift?
The biggest one is, you know how we're really good people watchers? Go to the mall and boy, we can figure out and observe people, right?
Oh, yes.
That's a national pastime.
Oh, yeah.
Now what I do suggest to everybody is turn the tables.
Yeah.
And now learn how to observe yourself. Like, what beliefs, perceptions, mistruths are you telling yourself? So once you become an amazing observer of yourself, suddenly, right, it shifts your belief systems. You're like, that's not true, that's a misjudgment. Then the actions that you take shift automatically, which then you get the results you want. Because you know how often we sit there and we've got plan A, B, and C, but if our beliefs and perceptions are askew, then all our plans are based on that, and we end up with a result we don't like. So it's really about going back to square one, which is, what are our beliefs, right? And we learn them. As soon as we open up our eyes, enter the world, we start looking at our parents, everyone around us, for what are those truths, right? And we take on stuff that we don't even know that we believe in. And I've been excited. It was my greatest gift, because now I look and it's like, oh, why do I believe that, right? And then you shift it, and everything just crumbles away. So that would be my one takeaway that I share with everybody, because it was huge for me.
Yeah, that's a really, really good point. So if somebody was really, because I know, like, some of the people that, you know, I talk to and I deal with and such like that, because they're going through a lot of stuff, you know, they're down and really depressed and you know, anxiety and stuff like that. What would you suggest to somebody who came to you and they're kind of like in that confusion state?
Ah, interesting. Had a client this afternoon.
There you go.
All around anxiety. And now, honestly, that's what everyone's dealing with right now, is depression and anxiety. And what it usually leads to is they're misaligned with what their truth is. So what I help them do is to take them back, find out where that misalignment is coming from. I know right now a lot of people are identifying with their job, right? Like I'm an engineer, I'm an accountant, rather than like, no, that's your job. Who are you? And that's the part is right now in the loss of a job or a parent or a loved one, right? And if they identified with that role, they don't know who they are. And so that's really what I take my clients back into, that uncomfortable zone and the unknown zone. Who really are you? What do you like? What are your passions? What do you desire? It's kind of like, you know, in Runaway Bride. Remember that movie?
Yeah, I do.
When the point about the eggs, and Richard Gere says to her, well, how do you like your eggs? And she's like, well, I don't know. And then she goes away and makes eggs in every other way and goes to him and says, you know what? I don't even like eggs. But we take on stuff from other people, you know, just to be liked and loved. So it really is taking my clients back to find out, because anxiety means you're misaligned with your truth.
Yes, that's right. That's right. The source. Got to get back and aligned with source.
Who am I?
Yeah, exactly. Hello.
Exactly. Who am I? I don't know.
Exactly. So do you teach like classes, or is it workshops, or?
Well, right now I'm teaching on a contract basis with McBride Group out in Strathmore. So I teach their transitional group for people that are over 50. So some of them are going through transitions due to layoffs, some of them re-entering the workforce, or some due to illness. So that actually has been wonderful for me to hone my gifts around workshops. So I do like confidence, assertive, problem solving, conflict resolution, all those kind of inner skills, as well as, interesting enough, the other day I was talking with a friend and colleague, and we're going to set up some workshops coming up this spring. So stay tuned. There's more to come. I haven't finalized what that looks like, but yeah, I'm venturing out now. So
that's really good, actually. That's really good. And you do one-on-one consultations as well.
I've been doing a lot of the one-on-one over the last few years, which I love. However, I have been feeling this calling to start do the group work, and that's where McBride came up last year, so it forced me out of my comfort zone and nest, and I've done some kind of like circles, meditations, that kind of stuff, and everyone's like, okay, where do we find you? How do we get back? You know, and so now I'm like, okay, I'll start doing workshops. So of course my friend stepped in, said I've got this space, so we'll start do that. So I'll get out, plus once I learn technology, I'm going to start blogging a little bit as well. So
absolutely.
But my thing is I'm technically challenged, so I have to manifest those people in to help me with that.
Yes, they're there. Did you, because I know you just got back from the Big Island.
Yes.
Aloha.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Yes.
2 weeks.
If you were going to change one thing in this world, what would it be?
That's easy. The one thing would be to have everyone really understand who they really are and why they're here. Because then they get that peace, which means we don't have all this chaos, unrest, uncertainty that's going on out there.
Exactly. Exactly. And if somebody wanted to take a workshop or get some more information from you, what's the best way for them to do that?
The best place to go right now would be Facebook at Lightwing Consulting, as well as they can call me, 403-710-8068, or Dawne at lightwingconsulting.com. They can find me through there. So
because you're updating your website and stuff like that. It's a little
it's under construction right again. It's me and technology and me going out there. So I did my Facebook page and through LinkedIn as well. I'm there. So easy to find that way.
Exactly. Well, isn't that interesting? See, we could talk and talk and talk and talk.
Yeah, we could go for hours.
Exactly. We normally do, but but we are going to take a short commercial break, Calgary, and we are opening up those phone lines. So make sure you give myself and Dawn a call. That number is 403-539-6710. We'll be right back after this message.